Hello and welcome to Jillian Aversa's second online concert. I am your co-host running the tech, Andrew Zircon Aversa.
And I'm Jillian Aversa, your evening's vocalist. We are really excited to be putting on this concert. This set is done with the VGMTogether. So we hope that you've been enjoying the online convention these past few days, and we're really honored to be the last act of the whole show. So thank you for joining us this evening, and we have a bunch of video game music selections for your listening pleasure.
The first one is from World of Warcraft, and if you caught Jill's last concert, she performed Invincible, but this is one of her other fan favorites. Do you want to say a word about it?
Sure. Yeah, this is Lament of the Highborne, originally composed by Russell Brower and Derek Duke. And this track is one that I used to perform with Video Games Live, which is an international touring concert series. And we performed it in front of some really amazingly large audiences, but I've never done it before on a stream, so it'll be a slightly new experience. But yeah, it's a really beautiful piece, very nostalgic for those of you that have played World of Warcraft, and we hope you enjoy.
All right. That was Lament of the Highborne from World of Warcraft. Very lovely piece.
Yeah.
By the way, so if you are just joining us, I am Andrew Zircon Aversa. I'm just running the tech behind the scenes. I'm not a performer.
Well, but you're the co-arranger of most of these pieces, so...
Well, gee shucks.
No, I've kind of important.
I've been arranging video game music for a while. That's how I met many of the lovely people that have been part of this event. And it's actually how Jill and I met as well. We met through Overclock Remix and our shared love of game music arranging. And
That's
so
right.
I've done professional video game music stuff. I've made just video games and also virtual instruments for video games. So you could say that video game music is very, very important to me.
And myself as well. We met through our love of video game music. I started arranging this stuff in college, and we started collaborating when we were younger, and then we co-hosted a podcast together for Overclocked Remix called VGDJ. So it's definitely been a passion for a long time, but I'm really honored to be involved in the professional video game industry now, on recording on official soundtracks. So my vocals have appeared in 5 Halo games, Destiny, God of War, Civilization 4 and 5, Killer Instinct, SOULCALBUR 5, a whole bunch of things. And it's really just like so much fun being part of this industry. And we know that all of you watching are probably big fans of video game music, hence why you're here at VGMTogether. So we've got some more in store for you, and we hope you enjoy the next songs coming up.
This one was actually requested by a very dear friend of ours, Jenner, if you're watching. This one's for you.
Yes.
The video for this, as you're going to see, it was sort of supposed to be very James Bond-esque, and we recorded it at home. We had which one of our cats was disrupting the process the whole time?
I think it was Tucker.
It was not easy recording a video at home, but
yeah, we did it in front of a green screen, and this was filmed by Landon Donoho, who has done a lot of music videos with us. He's a really talented director and editor. So should we tell them what it is?
This is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Enjoy.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. This ordeal, the trial to survive, for the day we breathe new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for time, there'll be no one else. Crime,
And that was Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, originally by Norihiko Hibino. That's just awesome. I love that track.
Me too. That's a really fun one.
What fun. The next song is actually, it was a collaboration with our dear friend Doug Perry.
You may have heard of him. He is kind of the brains behind this whole convention. So, hi, Doug.
Thanks for having us, Doug.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us to do this. And you've done an amazing job with VGMTogether. We're really impressed with how well this has come together. Being the first time is awesome. So, yeah, Doug, in case you're not already familiar, Doug is an amazing world-class percussionist. And on this track that we collaborated on, it's from the game NieR, and it's called Song of the Ancients. So Doug plays vibraphone and a bunch of hand percussion instruments. And we had a really fun time actually filming this at MagFest, which probably a lot of you know of this convention. It's not on this year because of COVID and everything, but we filmed it during MagFest out in the cold at the National Harbor in Maryland.
In the dead of winter.
Yeah, it was in January.
The video looks cool though.
Yeah, it was so cold. Like, oh my God, we were freezing. You know, I was just wearing a dress with a fur shawl, so I was just, it was cold. But but we had a lot of fun doing it. It was fun, you know, wheeling the whole vibraphone down through the streets down into the harbor place. Yeah, fond memories. Yeah. So, should we do it?
Let's check it out. Here
All
it
right.
is, NieR, Song of the Ancients.
Originally composed by Keiichi Okabe.
was NieR, Song of the Ancients, featuring our good friend, Mr. Doug Perry.
Woo-hoo.
And Jill, of course. The next track that we have coming up is a bit of a medley. So this is a little bit timely because Nintendo just recently announced Skyward Sword is being remade for Nintendo Switch. And when we played that game, I think, Jill, you would agree, we both thought, for whatever anybody has to say about the gameplay of it, some liked it, some didn't. Main theme is very, very good. Right?
Yeah, and in case you aren't familiar with this fun tidbit, the main theme to Skyward Sword is actually the Zelda's Lullaby tune from Ocarina of Time, but backwards. So that was kind of what inspired us to do this arrangement in the first place. So it's an arrangement of Zelda's Lullaby from Ocarina of Time and the Skyward Sword main theme. We originally did this one for Video Games Live, and it's one that I used to perform live with them. So it was really fun getting to arrange this for full orchestra, and it appeared on the Video Games Live Level 5 album. So you can check that album out if you haven't already picked it up at some point. It's got tons of great stuff on it.
Yeah. Let's jump into our live version.
Yes, and let me just add also that our dear friend, Jeffrey Tosser, or also known as Jeremy Waters, that's his real name, he plays Link in this video, and we had so much fun. We actually filmed at the redwood forests in California, so we got to see these enormous trees, like just beyond life. These trees were so big, he did his full Link cosplay, and I did my Zelda cosplays, and we really had a good time doing this. So shout out to him. He's amazing, and he also plays guitar and ocarina, and he's really, really cool. So
sad to say, I don't make for a good Link cosplay, unfortunately.
You don't quite have the right build and,
not
girlishness.
Enough.
Not to say that Jeremy is girly or anything, but, he has a bit more of an elfish looking face, I would say.
That's right. All right, well, let's jump to it.
All right.
was Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, plus Zelda's Lullaby. What a beautiful original theme, and what a pleasure to arrange that.
Indeed. And I think we forgot to credit the original composer. So obviously Koji Kondo, which everybody's familiar with, but also in Skyward Sword we had Hajime Wakai and Mahito Yokota.
Yeah, so really very clever writing on their part, integrating those themes. So next, another classic game and classic composer. This is one of my personal favorites, quite possibly my favorite Final Fantasy game from Final Fantasy VI. Do you want to say any words about the next one, Jill?
Absolutely. So this is the Aria di Mezzo Carattere from the opera sequence with Cello, and we collaborated with Tina Guo, a world-class cellist. She's been on a ton of video game soundtracks, like she's the intro solo for the Journey soundtrack, for example, and dozens of movies. She's really like all over the place, so you've probably heard her in a million things and not even realized. But she is an amazing musician, and I was really excited to film this one in LA with her. We rented a studio space, like a photography studio, and there was actually, it was funny, there was a cat at this studio that was kind of like the studio cat, and he only had one eye, and he was so cute. I wish I remembered his name, but he was kind of like our little mascot, and so I guess I want to dedicate this to that cat.
That's an important dedication. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And of course, Landon Donoho, another time that we worked with him, was on this video, as well as the last one that you saw. Yeah, we've got some amazingly talented friends, and we are very lucky.
Well, this is Final Fantasy VI. This is the opera aria. Enjoy. That was Mr. Uematsu's beautiful theme from Final Fantasy VI, the opera aria.
An absolute classic.
Yeah. And going back to the Super Famicom one more time for our final track of the evening. This piece in particular made a big impression on me, which is one reason that I wanted to arrange it. Secret of Mana is maybe the first game I have distinct memories of watching somebody play. We didn't get a console for a long time, but this theme, it just sounds so different than so many other games of the era, and it still does. Beautiful music by Hiroki Kikuta.
Yeah, it's really a magical theme. And Hiroki Kikuta is a composer that we really admire. I've worked with him on several occasions. We did a collaboration for a Toho Arrange album together. The song was called Never Ending Night. So if you haven't heard that, check it out. It's on an album called Toho Zirokyo Kitan Sophisticated Insanity. A very long name.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah. I got to perform that live with him in Japan for a video game show. Not Video Games Live. This was a one-off show or two-off show. But he's a really cool guy. And we were inspired to arrange this song, and we kind of surprised him with it. And we were really happy to see that he enjoyed it a lot. And he talked about it on Twitter and stuff. It was really nice.
And then the video for this, just something fun to note, well, sort of fun, is that this was the first video that we did after the whole lockdown started.
Yeah.
Basically, we just found the best outdoor space we could, which happened to be across the street.
In the woods.
Technically on private property, but plausible deniability. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, it was technically on private property, but it's this big swath of woods, and we knew nobody would be there. So we just, we went 30 feet deep into the woods, and it looks like we're really deep, so you can't tell.
It was totally fine.
Yeah, it was
definitely
fine. We were just telling ourselves we're not hooligans.
So for the final track of the evening, Secret of Mana, Fear of the Heavens, and we hope you enjoy.
Upon the wind, feel the breeze that brush upon your skin. Where the sunlight falls, you'll hear another song, the song of every soul in me. Listen now to the sound of the wood, hollowed out, but here is where I stood when the new growth comes. You'll hear another song, the song of every soul in me.
That was Fear of the Heavens from Secret of Mana by Hiroki Kikuta.
And many me's.
And whoops, the reverb. And many Jills. Actually, that worked out very well because of the reverb. I think we're going to keep that in.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us. What an amazing event that has come together at a time when I think a lot of people, ourselves included, could really use the extra community and
Absolutely.
the VGM love.
Yes. And we hope you'll stick around for the next, I think it's about a half hour long, the closing ceremonies. So stick around here for that. And thank you once again to everybody at VGMTogether for inviting us to participate in this. It was really an honor and a pleasure. And we hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great night.